Now, in this 11th frame of the same topic, privatization of the chapter 3, what were the main steps or what were the major strategies have been taken to implement this policy of privatization? So, number one, that the abolishment of the monopoly of the PSUs means now there is no single firm in a particular sector. With the abolishment of the monopoly of the PSUs in the many sectors in the field of manufacturing especially, and opening the doors for the private firms, so the restrictions have been removed except 2-3 fields of strategic importance like atomic energy, defense equipments and explosive, and some hazardous chemicals also. See, some areas are very much sensitive. They cannot be opened. They could not be opened for the private sector, including atomic because it is related to the nuclear energy. Then defense related, it is very strategical, and some hazardous chemicals as well as the industrial explosive. They have been kept with the government sector only. Otherwise, many of the sectors have been opened for the private firms. Second, the transferring of ownership and control management of government enterprises means PSUs to the private hands to increase productivity, efficiency and economic growth. It is a very important thing that the major control, management and ownership have been given to the private firms so that they can also prove their worth. It has also increased the skills of the entrepreneurship, and it is given a way for the open competition, fair competition in manufacturing sectors, and it has also increased the competitiveness of our firms so that they can compete with the world class countries and world class companies. Now, the other thing, disinvestment. It is very important subject of the privatization, because through this investment of the sick units or the units which were not performing well, many of the assets have been sold, and the main motto or purpose was to raise the financial resources so that they can be utilized for many other areas. So the investment, it was a major strategical decision in the process of the privatization in 1991. Disinvestment refers to selling or liquidating the assets or subsidiaries partly or fully, either in small parts or maybe in the fullest way, of government owned enterprises for raising financial resources. It was the main objective, main purpose of the raising the financial resources to meet general and specific needs. Because disinvestment, it was very much famous and very much practiced in the European countries also. So the Indian government also got experiences and knowledge and information about the disinvestment. It is one of the good way to get the financial resources by selling the assets and machineries, factories, lands of the PSUs which were not performing well, and there were no chances of the improvement in that PSUs. And in the last strategy or the step, that is some of the, now one more thing was there, that it was not necessary that all PSUs cannot do well. There were still chances if greater autonomy have been given, if there is less political interference, then some of the PSUs can do well. So some of the PSUs were selected or identified for giving more autonomy in the managerial decisions to improve their performance and efficiency. These were categorized as Maharatan, Navratan and Mini Ratan. These special status have been given to these companies so that they can perform well, they can improve their efficiency, they can improve their productivity. So categorized as Maharatan, Navratan and Mini Ratan, and had been given special status to perform well in future.